Okay, you guys, so today is the day the book came, and I was kind of concerned because Amazon kept saying by 10 p.m. and I'm like, I'm supposed to be picking this up. Whole Foods is only open for so long. Am I gonna have to wait till tomorrow to get the book? Like, what is? But it came in the nick of time, literally as I was getting off of work, logging off. I got the notification that it was here. So it all worked out perfectly the way it should, which I love. So I got the book. I am now holding royalty in my hands, and I will say on first impression, like when I opened the box here, it was so, like, it was sitting like this, and it was so kind of intimidating seeing this as the first thing opening the box. There was no covering on it, no paper, no, it was just the book in Harry's eyes, passionately, intensely looking into you, looking into your soul, like I'm about to take this family down. Those are eyes of war. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, those are eyes of war and intent and anger and frustration. And am I just making up? And it's a lot thicker than I thought it would be. I have not even opened this yet. It has Prince Harry Spare on the spine. It is the hardback, because for whatever reason on Amazon, the paperback was more expensive than the hardback. Like, I'm not into publishing. I have no clue why that is. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get the cheaper one. So this is the hardback. So we have our cover here, Prince Harry. And then on the back, we get, on the back, we get a young picture of Prince Harry. He looks like he's in some type of military uniform. Great black and white action pic. Lovely. So it gives you here the grown man right on the front. Then on the back, the young child. We went from here to here. Here to here. Interesting. So we're going to crack this baby open for the first time. We've got the inside here. Gives you kind of synopsis of the book. See, this is why I don't like hard copies, because it's always so finicky. So it gives you like a in-depth of what the book's about. We already know that, so we're kind of going to keep going into this. The first page simply says spare. That's it. Spare. So I was reading some stuff online. People are saying, well, not people, actually anonymous blogs. I won't say anonymous, you know, like those random like pop culture blogs, like they're sitting there like saying like, oh, like he's broken records, you know, that he's the fastest selling book in a day on the first day. Like, all these records are being broken, but I have yet to see it come from an actual official type source that we could believe. Like, I know my sources are like page 6, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So we're gonna keep going. It goes here, Prince Harry Spare, publisher Random House, New York. All right. I wonder if there's a dedication page. Copyright at 2023 by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. So he is using his title and copywriting this book. That is the downfall of his family. And it has right here, copywritten by the Duke of Sussex. That's what it says. So then this page, I guess this is the dedication page maybe. Right there, it says, for Meg and Archie and Lily, and of course, my mother. So nobody else from the royal family, not his father, you know, even though that was a reach. That was a reach. So these are the important people in his life. Meg, Archie, Lily, and of course, my mother. So then we get to the front page. I didn't see a table of contents, but we go to the front page, and it has a little quote by William Faulkner. The past is never dead. It's not even past. So he's saying that the past is not dead because it's still happening right here, right now. It's not even the past. It's still the actual present that we're dealing with. It never got resolved back then, therefore it's still happening here. So then it goes into the book. I'm flipping through, I don't see any pictures. Because, you know, sometimes with like biographies or like books, they like to have pictures. This is a thick ass book, you guys. Like, thick ass book. There's another table of contents which I find interesting, but I'm flicking back here. This looks like 78 chapters. 78 chapters. Probably a little bit more, probably like 80. And then we have 407 pages of the book. And then at the end, it goes into acknowledgments at the end. And it's a whole page of people of acknowledgments. Oh, a whole page and then another page, the whole other back of the page of acknowledgments. Let me see if there's people that I can pick out. Let's see. The length of this list alone leaves me deeply humbled. So he's doing on the publishing side, Penguin Random House, this, that, and other. So none of those people are familiar to me. I'm trying to look. Gotta use that little pointer finger because these names are so close together. So publishing, then on the audio side. So because he has his audio book to tell you the tea in person. Okay. Love and thanks to friends and colleagues who helped to jog my memory or help restore important details lost in the haze of youth. So he did his friends. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. Those are the only big names that kind of like stick out to me. And above all, my deepest and adoredest thanks to Archie and Lily for letting Papa go off to read and think and reflect. To my mother-in-law, aka Grandma, so Megan's mom, and to my incredible wife for too many millions of gifts and sacrifices, great and small, to even enumerate. Love of my life, thank you, thank you, thank you. This book would have been impossible, logistically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, without you. Most things would be impossible without you. And to you, the reader, thank you for wanting to know my story and my words. I am so grateful to be able to share it thus far. Wow. Okay. So then on the back it says Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is a husband, father, humanitarian, military veteran, mental wellness advocate, environmentalist. He resides in Santa Barbara, California with his family and 3 dogs. Talk about that acknowledgement at the end to Megan. I don't believe that I do believe he loves this woman. I do believe that he loves Megan. I believe that there's a love there. I feel like he's more head over heels than she is, which is not necessarily a bad thing because they say that the husband or the guy in the relationship should be into the girl or love the woman a little bit more. It works out better that way. I don't know. I've never had that experience, but that's what people say. So I do feel like that he's very enamored with her, loves her, thinks like the moon comes out of her fucking ass. So I definitely believe that love, and I think that the words were very nice at the end, acknowledging her, the thank yous. Obviously, we know none of this would even be happening, wouldn't be in the realm of like this book, Spare. I doubt would even be anything. It wouldn't be anything if he had not met and married Meghan Markle. That moment started all of this shit, and now we have the royalty in my hands called Spare. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this first page, so I got a lot of reading to do, y'all. So you guys have to let me know if you're interested. Let me see this first page. Let's see what the first page says. We agreed to meet a few hours after the funeral in the Frogmore Gardens by the Gothic ruin. I got there first. I looked around, saw no one. I checked my phone. No texts, no voicemails. Hold on. Because I thought I saw somewhere that this was ghostwritten. But I don't see a ghostwriter's name or anything like that. I just see Prince Harry all on here. So let me see. Was Spare Ghost written? Because off the bat, like reading just those first few lines, I feel like I'm about to go into like it's a story, like it's a literal like a romance story. It's about to start off with some, you know, let me stop. So who? That's not what I wanted. Who wrote Spare? Spare is a memoir by Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, which was released January 10th, 2013. It was ghostwritten by J.R. Mohenringer and published by Penguin Random House. 416 pages, Okay, so it was ghostwritten. So I guess he was sitting here with this guy, the ghostwriter, relaying and telling him. It's probably, I mean, you couldn't take enough notes in the world, so maybe he had audio recording going and he, you know, wrote from that. But it's interesting that he chose to take the ghostwritten route and not him actually sitting down and penning it himself. Why is my voice going? Excuse me. I guess I have been talking a lot these past few days. But let me continue. I checked my phone. No texts, no voicemails. They must be running late, I thought. Leaning against the stone wall, I put my phone away and told myself, stay calm. The weather was quintessentially April. Not quite winter, not yet spring. The trees were bare, but the air was soft. The sky was gray, but the tulips were popping. The light was pale, but the indigo lake, threading through the gardens, glowed. So they're really trying to give you a whole very serene image of what's going on around him. He arrives here alone by himself. He's looking around. He's looking at his phone. He don't see no text. They're supposed to be meeting here. And he's looking at all this beautiful wonder around here. The flowers are popping. He's giving you what the temperature feels like. It seems very peaceful and serene because we know what's coming. They're building all this up because what's coming is some fucking chaos. That's why all this is happening. How beautiful it all is, I thought, and how sad. Once upon a time, this was going to be my forever home. Instead, it had proved just to be another brief stop. When my wife and I fled this place, in fear for our sanity and physical safety, I wasn't sure when I'd ever come back. That was January 2020, so 3 years ago. Now, 15 months later, here I was, hours after waking up to 22 missed calls, and then another short one, heart-racing talk with Granny, Harry. Grandpa's gone. Okay, so this is when the grandpa died. The wind picked up, turned colder. I hunched my shoulders, rubbed my arms, regretted the thinness of my white shirt. Like, they're really trying to give you the imagery and invoke, like, feeling and emotions and trying to put you in the setting of his moment, like, of what he is actually going through and feeling. Like, trying to put you with all the descriptive imagery and everything like that, for sure. I wish I'd not changed out of my funeral suit. I'd wished I thought to bring a coat. I turned my back to the wind and saw, looming behind me, the Gothic ruin, which in reality was no more Gothic than the Millennium Wheel. Some clever architect, some bit of stagecraft like so much around here, I thought. I moved from the stone wall to a small wooden bench. Sitting, I checked my phone again, peered up and down the garden path. Where are they? Another gust of wind. Funny. It reminded me of Grandpa. His wintry demeanor, maybe, or his icy sense of humor. I recalled one particular shooting weekend years ago. A mate, just trying to make conversation, asked Grandpa what he thought of my new beard, which had been causing concern in the family and controversy in the press just because he had facial hair. Should the Queen force Prince Harry to shave? Grandpa looked at my mate, looked at my chin, broke into a devilish grin. That's no beard. Everyone laughed. To beard or not to beard, that was the question. But leave it to Grandpa and demand more beard. Let grow out the just. Okay, I had to laugh at myself because I'm like reading this shit like this is not like they're really like his grandpa is saying grow out that luxurious bristles of bloody Viking beard, like just so that is the first page. A meeting at Frogmore after his grandfather had just died. He's there by himself, no texts, no voicemails, no shit, not nothing. And they're supposed to be meeting here, and he's wondering where the hell they are, and he's reminiscing about his grandfather and past times. And the fact that he, you know, described his demeanor as, what does it say? His wintry demeanor, maybe, or his icy sense of humor, like, meaning he was a cold, cold man. Like, there's no warmth there at all, is what I'm reading from that. That's what I'm reading from that. So I'll keep reading. I'm going to keep reading, but I wanted to let you guys know what the first page was, give you some specs and everything like that. I got to get my little pen and highlighter so if I'm reading and something pops out to me, I can mention it. Let me know if you guys want to do like a read along or something, but this is The Spare by Prince Harry. The Spare by Prince Harry. I actually want to go to my comments. Hold on. I'll be right back. So I was looking at the comments of my last video, and the majority of people think that Meghan speaking to Kate was rude, and the text messages were rude and uncalled for. That's what I'm getting from here. And that Meghan was in the wrong and forgot who she was speaking to. And so then when what she remembered, she had to be like, oh, Harry. Imagine, like, that's some movie shit. Like, he's coming home from work. And he's coming through the door like, hey, honey, I'm home. And he sees her sprawled out on the floor, sobbing. It just seems like very movie-like, script-like. Like, that's just my thoughts. But I do feel like at the same time that there probably was hella shit going on. I've never been in a place to be the bride of a royal wedding. So I can only imagine the immense fucking stress. So I see both sides. And people are saying, oh, well, Kate had just had Louis, and she was, you know, still recovering from that in that time frame. So she didn't necessarily have it in herself to like go take Charlotte to go get the dress done. But then I'm also thinking, like, I know they have people who work for them, many of people that work for them. So one of those people could have took Charlotte to go get the girl's dress altered. So I see both sides. That's why this is so interesting and compelling to me, because each time I hear something, I'm being pulled every which way, and I can't really make a decision either way, because I see both people's or both parties' points. I see both parties' points. So some people don't like that, and that's okay. But I do see both parties' points. So I'm going to keep with my evening reading The Spare. Got me some calamari. And that's what I'm going to do for tonight. And I'm going to let you guys know how I feel about it. And we'll go from there, huh? And let me know if you want me to read any parts from the book. Like if I find something interesting, I'll go ahead and share that with you. Oh, Carmen said, I think Emma made a pass at William at one point. At some point, Meghan never wanted The Spare. She wanted William. That's why she hates it. That's why she hates this and is so jealous. Okay, I can see that. Look, I can see so many things. So many things. But I don't feel like either side is completely innocent. I don't feel like Meghan and Harry are completely innocent. I don't feel like the royal family for damn sure ain't innocent. But yes, so I'll leave you guys at that. Let me know if you guys also ordered the book, or if you're just gonna say fuck it, that's fine. Listen to me here. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna go about my business. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you very, very shortly. Very, 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 very shortly.